Life can change in the blink of an eye. Sometimes we see it coming, often we don't. Within a few days, Christ went from being welcomed into Jerusalem with cries of praise to being condemned to an agonizing death. And in the allusion he made to his own death, Jonah found himself in the belly of a fish, having been thrown overboard during a great storm. And in our own lives, tumultuous moments may leave us wondering how we ended up where we were, or how we might cope with what life had thrown at us. Today we find ourselves in that in-between space of Holy Saturday. We've just witnessed Christ's Passion on Good Friday, and we await with hope for his resurrection on Easter Sunday. But where are we right now when Christ is in the tomb? The experience of Christ's first followers may parallel that of Jonah's. They've been thrust into turmoil and darkness with the events of the previous few days, and left wondering when or how they might be lifted out of this. And while we have the advantage of living after these events and knowing how they turn out, in our own lives such periods of waiting, turmoil, or dramatic change may leave us wondering when they will end and when life might return to some semblance of normalcy. These in-between times where we find ourselves in the belly of the fish are just as significant, however, as the events that lead up to and out of them. And like the grain of wheat that falls into the ground, these moments provide us with opportunities for fertile growth. I think a poem by my friend Eleanor, originally intended for Advent, captures the spirit of this period of waiting. It is the season of wordlessness, as the bulb sits in the ground, having fulfilled all its preparations, now simply awaiting the coming of the light, the coming of the Word. So too, my soul sits and waits.